Oh, yeah. How's it going, folks? You're very welcome to the Walker Talker chat show. So, we're in for a good night tonight. Oh, how's you all doing, folks? How's it going? You're all very welcome to the Walker Talker chat show tonight. Yes, we're just getting all set up and getting ready to go. We're nearly there. We're nearly set up. I'll just have to stream over to my other page as we speak. I normally do that as we go along, but we're nearly ready. We're nearly ready. You're all very welcome. We have Geoff Keating, our medium, on tonight, and we normally get a monumentous response when we have him on the show, and I'm really looking forward to having him on the show here tonight, even though it's going to get really warm in the studio for me tonight because it's very, very warm. Now I'm just going to send this over to my normal page because not everybody is on the Walker Talker chat show page, so I do send it over to my personal page as well at the same time, so people can see that we're on there. Now you can go onto your page as well and go down below and hit share and share this onto your own page, onto your main feed, and get stuck in there and let people see what you're watching, and they can or you can tag them and bail in there. Now we have loads of people bailing in on. I better get into the feed really quickly. Now last time my feed went very slow there's a different feed that I have, and I had to go to the chats in my main Facebook, which only shows me so much the way I'm streaming. But anyway, Paul O'Keefe on there. Paul, you're very welcome to the show. Actually, tonight's show is actually sponsored by Paul's company. We have Mark Barry on there. Good evening to you. We have Judith Loftus. Very welcome. Liz, how are you, Liz? Good evening to you as well. Nolene, good evening. We have Helen Mack, Sharon Ryan. How are you? Anthony, what was the name of that song again you played last night? I'm actually going to play that song again for you tonight. I have it here. It's called... I have it here. I'll get it out for you now. It's from Jake Solomon. It's absolutely a brilliant track, but we got a few jitters in it last night, but I'm going to sort that out for you now in a second. Let's just hear that song. Let me see. We have Helen Mack. Ollie Fitzgerald, hello, how's it going? He said it's going to be a busy one. Yes, it normally is a busy one on a Tuesday. It's normally always really busy on a Tuesday, and the numbers are all. We have people already probably calling in. The only thing is, I don't have Geoff on just yet, so I won't take a call just yet. So I'll take a few calls now in a couple of minutes, just as I get into the show. Geoff will be coming on very shortly. He's actually in the wings as we speak. I'm at to be speaking to him about. I'm at to be speaking to him bang on 8 o'clock. So that's why I started at about a minute past. We're a little bit late, so I'll get to the phones down in a minute. Not just yet. Normally when I come in and we have Geoff on, the phones just go. Deco Carty, hello. How are you? How are things going? Nolan, loving the beard. The beard, I forgot all about it. Yeah, the beard. Yeah, I've grown the beard, and I'm giving it. I've never grown a beard actually before, not the full beard, and I'm giving it a bit of a bash. And look, if worse comes to worse, shit, Janie, I can just shave it off. There's no big deal. I'm not going anywhere fast. I've no major gigs or anything like that on, so I just said, look, let's give it a bash. So, thanks very much, Nolan. We're just giving it a bit of banter. You know what I mean? Tarina, hello, how are you? How's it going? You're very welcome on board. Rob, Dotty Doyle, yeah, Paul Kelly, how's it going, Paul Kelly? All the way over there in the land of Crumlin. We have Sharon Fay on as well. Hey, Sharon. Stuart Crawford, how are you? Stephen Whelan, Catherine Carty, Josephine O'Neill, Tina McFadden, Oriana, Anne Doyle, and yeah. I'm looking very well. Thanks very much. Sure, thank you. I don't know about looking well. Not about another. Good evening, Davey. Hello. You're very welcome on board, Dave. Davey Keogh, he's always there. You're going grey. I am going grey. My daughter said that to me as well. She said, Dad, would you ever dye the sides of your hair? And I said, look, hey, come on, I'm 50 next month. You know what I mean? It's just part of, you know what I mean? You just have to grin and bear it. The thing is, once you're healthy, it doesn't matter what colour you are. Doesn't matter. I'm actually looking forward to the show. Is always great when we have Geoff on the show. He gets huge response, and then his Facebook explodes, and he's been trying to get through as many people as he can. Victoria, hello, how are you? You're very welcome on board. Anne Kumsky, hello, hey Anne, and you're very welcome on board as well. So everyone's welcome on board, and yeah, myself and Geoff were talking over loads and loads of things that we're trying to do, because there's a lot of interest in this type of thing all the time, and people are really interested in getting in contact and knowing about things. And I'm not lying to you. I mean, Geoff has told me stuff before in the past. He'd be just messing with me, he'd be winding me up, you know what I mean? And he'd tell me stuff that I wouldn't realise, and he'd say things and just go, how do you know all the... It's just crazy the way that goes, the way that rocks out, you know. I don't know. You look very like Geoff with the... Yeah, except I can't read your mind. Yeah, maybe. Woo. Yeah, maybe that'll happen. Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't think so, Jackie. Yeah, thanks very much. Yeah, I'm doing the Geoff lookalike competition. Looking forward to the show tonight with Geoff. Yes, everyone just be looking forward to the show on a Tuesday here on the Walker Talker Chat Show, where and we've loads of special guests coming up in the week. And tonight's show is actually, we have a sponsor here tonight. Yes, here's my sponsor. Yes, QED Studios.
I've been out there looking everywhere. I've been searching for someone.
There we go. Quick little sponsor chat up. Yeah, that's my sponsor for tonight, QED Studios in Wexford. So if you want to get anything recorded, mastered, remix, or whatever you want, give Paul a shout down there. QED Studios down in Wexford. He's a great guy. So he sponsored tonight's show. He wanted it to just let everyone know what he does. Basically, that's it, really. So there it is. Rita Summers, yeah, or Stephen Whelan is saying hello to Rita Summers, yeah. Helen Keogh, yeah, it'd be nice to hear from someone in the spirit world. I'm going to, because what we done last time is we went through as many as we could in the listing, and we just picked out people and see, and he did give one or two readings just from me picking that specific name. And maybe I get drawn to it. I don't know how this all works. I have no idea. So that's we always bring Geoff on, and he gets really excited about coming on the show on the Tuesday. And he actually looks forward to it. He said it's something a little bit different for him, you know. And so he looks forward to it. Now we'll be taking calls in a couple of minutes. Now we'll get Geoff on, and then we'll take the calls. All right. So there's no point just calling just yet, because it just I won't have him here to. He is in the wings. he's in the wings. He's on, and he's waiting there, and he'll be with me now very, very shortly. So we have loads. Girl asked me the name of that song. Is Better Days from Jake Solomon. I'm going to play that like halfway through the show. I have one or two songs that I've picked out to add to the show. Original artist. Now, the Jake Solomon song is absolutely brilliant. Better Days it's called. I'm going to play that now for in a few minutes. Geoff, would love to know, am I going to be able to take care of my husband? Right, that's a very good one. Yeah, okay. We'll see. I'll see if I can remember that one. Nolene, we'll see if we can get to that. Yeah, so because it's just that some of the text go up so fast, you know what I mean. And I do maybe I have 101 notes. Maybe if I start a new notepad, okay. I'll write that down for you, Nolene, because that one you want to know if you could take care of your husband. Okay. Yeah, we all want to know all these things. Let me see. I'll just write that down. No incurrence. Okay. I'll just say. Now there was a woman a few weeks ago actually asked. She wanted to know would her husband be okay, and Geoff came up with not so much good news. So you kind of have to half expect that as well, you know. And it's up to you to, you know, your interpretation, if you believe it or don't believe it, okay? So it's up to you. I can't make you believe it. It's up to interpretation. But when you hear something that's real and it's on the money and no one else knows this stuff, well, then it leaves it just wide open. It leaves it wide open. You just don't know how to take it. Because I know, because I wasn't into all that sort of stuff until I actually had a reading off Geoff, and he told me all this stuff that you just say to yourself, there's no way you can know all this. There's just no way. We'll try and get to that one as well, Susan. I see everyone wants to know so many things, you know what I mean? There's just so many people want to bail on tonight, and I'm really looking forward to getting Geoff. He's going to be here now inside of 5 minutes. We'll probably have him on. We'll have him on there now in a sec. We'll get him on board. So we'll have him on there. So let me see, who else have we got on the text? Now I'm going to take as many. Jenny saying my beard is coming along nicely. It's only a week and two. It's 9 days old. 9 days. This hair on my face grows really fast. I said this before. If only I could turn my head upside down, it'd be great. Yeah. So there we go. Let me see. Let's go back into my texts here of everyone there. So Susan, yeah, that's. I'll do my best to go back through some of these. And hey, Charlene, how are you? Charlene Murphy, she drops in. She seems to love all when Geoff's on a Tuesday. I could nearly set up a whole Medium channel at this stage, because people really have a massive interest in mediumship and all that sort of stuff. And myself and Geoff were talking about setting up. There was a couple of courses that, because people are interested in Reiki and they're interested in mediumship, and I says, Geoff, is there any way we could set up a course either on Zoom, or can we do something to, you know, maybe when it gets a bit easier where we can have people in a room for a change again and set up a small course? He says, yeah, of course there is. So he's been talking to me about a number of things that can be done, and if you wanted to join the course where you go through like there's Reiki, meditation, mediumship, and all them sort of, he's got loads of stuff. That it'll be a day course, it'll be a whole day, or maybe even it's a second day, and then even at the end of all that, then there'll be questions and answers, and then loads of stuff that you could go off and study and come back and stuff. So I've been talking about all of that, and I've been, because loads of people are dying to find out all these things, and I'd like to help as many people as I can to get some of those answers. And maybe they have their own answers, you know, maybe they have their own answers, maybe they just have to listen in. I'm not sure. Geoff can tell us all that now in a second. So we'll tune it to Geoff now, and in just a sec. We're going to have a bit of fun there with having a bit of a banter with him. He seems to be in good form tonight, and so it's going to be good. Laura Caffrey, hello, how are you? Let me see. There's so many questions. Esther, I see that there. We asked Geoff, will my operation be okay, Esther? So we'll try and get in on that. There's one or two there. I might go back through one or two of those texts with Geoff. So just before I'll get Geoff after this a quick sponsor tick over, and then we're going to get Geoff on the show. Okay, here we go. So
I've been out there looking everywhere. I've been searching for someone.
there we go. A quick, that's our sponsor for tonight. So we just give QED Studios a big thumbs up. So we're going to invite Geoff along. By the way, that was me singing that song. That was produced down there in Wexford. Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome on Geoff? Hello, Geoff. How are you?
Hello. How are you, Ant? Are you well?
Yeah, I'm very good. You're very welcome on board here tonight. I've loads of
Thanks a million.
yeah, I've loads and loads of questions for you already, and there's one or two you might be able, maybe quick shot questions. Maybe I could probably ask you.
Yeah, but while you were just a quick one there, while you were talking to Esther, isn't it? Esther there at Spirits come in. Just to tell her that she's in really good hands. She's not to be worrying, and she's okay. Just to stick to what they tell her. She's like an after plan for her, and a kind of a bit of a plan before the operation. But she's in great hands, and she'll be much better after the operation. Something that's really need to be done, but she'll be fine and free of the issues that she's having.
Right. Okay.
I just wanted to say hello to everybody on. It's getting a great reaction. Like
I mean, here on the Tuesday night, I think people to be sitting down with their crackers and their cup of tea, Geoff, at this stage for the 8 o'clock show when the Geoff Keating is coming on, and because loads of people are really interested in all this sort of stuff. And I was telling them that we were talking about probably a couple of courses that we'll probably have where people can probably find out about their own skills.
Yeah, they can. There's a lot of people, as I said, I'm no kind of different to anybody else. I just seem to be, I'm more open to it. But saying that as well, I have in the last couple of years, like the last 10, 11 years, I've really put a lot into like actually studying it and seeing what different ways you can. Because as I said, there's loads of different types of mediums and different ways. So I kind of researched all of them. And it's although a lot of people would find it like very shocking with some of the stuff I say. I'm so used to it, I suppose, nothing really shocks me. But I do have to take into consideration sometimes when I'm saying stuff to people, it can be very shocking for them as well. So the courses are a great way to kind of get around and show different, because there is different ways. One approach might work for one person and it might work for another. But there's certain things that you have to do as a medium if you want to connect that. They're kind of ground rules. So it's great to kind of get through all of those. And the course is a brilliant way of doing it because you're able to kind of focus in on each individual person and kind of help them just kind of bring out their gifts a little bit. And to be honest, it doesn't take that much for someone to actually
bring it forward.
To open up to that gift. There's no difference between my brain and anybody else's or my anatomy. I'm the same. I'm a human being. Like my brain is the same as yours, and mine's probably a bit slower. But it's
so it's just open.
It's just opening. It's opening a channel. All of it is a process.
It's like opening up a channel, like a radio station.
It is. That's exactly. Everything is a frequency and an energy. Like if you look at the Wi-Fi we're receiving now at the minute, that's sent over a frequency, and it's the same thing that spirits do. They work on frequency. So what it's like, you're dead right. It's like everybody is on 98 FM. A medium just has the ability to switch radio channels. Like say the spirits could be on FM 104 or whatever, but that's like an analogy for it. And all it is training the person to find that frequency and to hone in on that frequency.
Right, okay. Yeah.
And again, you have to be, a lot of this is spirit driven, so you have to really kind of you have to be doing it for the right purposes as well. Like you have to be doing it for, like, when I'm talking to people, like a lot of them are in a bad place or they're very vulnerable. Like they're very, very vulnerable. So you have to keep that in mind as well, that the messages that you are passing, pass them as good as you can, but also bear in mind that person's, like I've had to refuse some people due to, like, even though spirits are there, but the spirit will say like they're not mentally ready to hear.
Right.
And spirit are great that way, where I've had to refuse a few people, and I'll explain it to them. Look, I'll give them a nice little message. I'll say that the spirits are there, but that they have to kind of start looking after themselves and look after their mental health, because we do tend to, mediums definitely, we do tend to come across a lot of very vulnerable people, and they're the people that you have to kind of help as much as you can.
Right,
and
yeah.
sometimes a reading isn't the best way to do that, where you have more of a chat with them and trying to get them in touch with that, even if a lot of them mightn't realise they have a problem or they're hiding the problem. So there's loads of different things that you have to be mindful doing. It's not just, as I always say, it's not just a parlour trick. You're dealing with people's lives, so you have to try and give it your best and be very mindful of what you're doing.
And I just say to people, like, it's you have to leave it, you know. You can't make people believe this or whatever. You
can't. And my job isn't to make. But funnily enough, my job isn't to make people believe.
Yeah. So you
my
just
only
pass
job
on. Yeah.
is to pass on that message. I can't influence what way the person takes it. Hopefully, they take it as spirit meant it. But generally, spirit will say things that you kind of know it's coming from somewhere else other than the person you're sitting in front of.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And that's my only job, is to pass the message as best I can. It's up to the person how they take
it. And Doyle saying, it's Geoff got somebody beside him, it's not just the sunshine. It's just a shadow off your lamp, isn't it? People are getting... It
is, yeah.
People are just seeing your shadow behind you, think. It's just a shadow.
No, look, if there's anything freaky going on, I'll let you know.
No, there's nothing like that. There's no special. It's just a shadow of us. Like, it's none of that from... no special effects. Now, I will get into certain people, and I will, as I go along, I'll bail into one or two of the texts. Yeah, the online where people have asked us silly little questions, or not silly little questions, but quick fire kind of shock questions.
Quick fire questions, yeah.
Yeah, let me see. There was a girl there. We got Nolene there, and there was another girl that's asked me something. There was another girl there. Hang on a second. Where is she? Let me see.
There was the lady looking after her husband, I think.
There was a girl wanted to know, would you be able to look after her husband? You probably picked up on that already, haven't you? Because you're calling that out to me without me asking you that. Yeah,
she did. She said, like, there's a lot have to be done with it, and a lot with his health, but she definitely will be able to manage it. It will be a kind of a monumental task, but her heart is really set on doing it, and I think it's the spirit are saying, and this is coming from a grandmother, that they're blessing the fact that she will be helping him, and she will be able to help, and she'll give him a much better quality of life through his sickness as well. So
right, okay. So you would have to pick on, fair play to you picking up on that, because I wasn't able to even get that one. Now I'll go to the phone. Will we get someone from the phone?
Go ahead, yeah.
And any time when you want to have a break, Geoff, you let me know and we could take a little break. You know, there's no problem there.
I will indeed. No hassle.
Okay. Hello. Who have we got on the phone? Hello.
Marie Ennis.
Hey, Marie. How are you doing?
How are you, Anto? All right?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you keeping?
Not too bad.
That's good. Now, you're through to Geoff. He can hear you as well, and we're going to have a bit of a banter, and hopefully Geoff has something for you.
Please, God.
Yeah, what's your name again?
Marie.
Marie, yeah.
Marie Ennis.
Marie Ennis.
Out of Pigeon Club.
Out of Pigeon.
Hey, Marie, how are you?
I'm grand. Hello, Geoff.
You've got good energy as well. You've got two spirits around you that are very close to you as well, and one you hold in a little circular picture, they're saying. So does that make sense to you?
Yes.
They love that. It's like I don't know. Is there gold around that picture? They're showing me gold as well.
Yes.
All right. Well, they want to let you know that you have to stop panicking. For some reason, have you been getting very anxious over the last couple of weeks?
Yes.
Yeah, well, they're telling you have to stop that issue. You have to stop worrying about it. Things like that are going to blow over. I can see issues with knees as well. So have you any problems with your knees?
I have, yes. I got 2 knee replacements.
2 brand new ones.
Brilliant.
Arthritis.
Yeah, and that can be. I have a bit of arthritis in one knee as well, and that's not a nice issue. They're saying though you're going to be doing a lot more walking, so you're going to be doing much more. And you have to try and. I know we're under quarantine, but try and. They're nearly telling you to kind of exercise a little bit more, but slowly. It's like something that you mightn't like having to do, or there could be a bit of pain associated with this kind of physiotherapy. But they're definitely telling you to try and give it a little bit more with the exercise, and the pain will eventually go. It's like, did you say there were 2 new knee replacements you got?
Yes.
Jeez, God help you. They're huge operations. They really are. They're very painful.
And your ankle as well?
Yeah.
Right.
I was in the
Well,
hospital.
you're gonna your mobility. You are going to be a lot better with your mobility. You just have to give it a little bit of time as well. But these spirits, they're they're really, really close to you, and they're kind of they're sending lots of healing to you as well. So they do understand that you've had all these issues as well. But you're going to be in 6 months. I know it sounds like a lot, but in 6 months you're going to be bouncing around the place. You'll be back dancing and everything.
Hopefully.
You're saying.
I'll have the first dance with you.
Yeah.
Look, that's no hassle at all. I'll have a dance with you any day, no problem.
Thank
No, I
you
can't
very
dance
much.
now. You'll probably have to lead me. I'm useless. When it comes to dancing, I'm no Michael Jackson or anything like that. I have 2 left feet when it comes to that.
Stuff, yeah. I'll give you another one of my fee.
But come here, they just want you to know that they're watching over you and they know you have been through it, but they know that there is good ahead of you. So as much as you can, try and be careful and make sure you're doing it in a controlled environment, because I'm not a doctor and I'm not a physiotherapist, but it does, like the issues which it needs like you need to do it a little bit more exercise. So.
Yeah.
So there we go. Is that everything from Marie? Yeah.
That's everything at the minute, yeah.
Marie, thanks very much for calling.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. I look forward to that dance in 6 months or so. Get back.
All right.
Bit of dancing. Thanks, Marie.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
There we go. So our old knees. Yes. When you get the old knees on, the old hips, a lot of people.
That's a huge. Now I've had terrible issues with my knee myself, and a lot of it I kind of do a bit of self healing with, and they're not too bad, thanks to God. But the same, I've had I don't know how many operations I've had in my knee, and it's extremely sore. So to have 2 knee operations, that's a huge thing. Like, so fair play to the woman.
Right. Okay. Well, I go back to the phones. Yeah, I'll go back to the phone and then I'll go back to 1 or 2 messages. Hello.
Hello. Hi, Geoff.
Say hello, Geoff. Yeah, how's it going?
Hi, Geoff.
Who have we got on the phone? What's your name?
Sharon Fay.
Sharon Fay.
Yeah.
Hey, Sharon, you sounds like you're having a great time.
Yeah. No, I'm delighted I got through.
Oh, right. That's what it is. She's shocked she got through.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you've been trying, they're saying. Were you trying last week as well?
I was trying last week, yeah. I just tried a couple of times
around you as well.
Yeah. Anything there for me,
There is. Now you've got kind of a stagnant energy at the minute. So have you been kind of stuck on a rut over the last little while? Now I know everybody has with the quarantine, but I'm not talking about quarantine now.
Yeah, I suppose I have.
Have you felt like everything's kind of staying still for you?
Yeah. I'm more energetic and looking after the health and stuff.
Yeah, but look, you have to keep positive as well. Like, there's doubt kind of creeping in with you as well, but you have loads of good change as well. Now, your grandmother has passed as well, and she has a daughter there with her as well. So does that make sense to you?
Yes. Yeah, definitely does.
Pardon?
If that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they want you to know as well, will you stop? It's like you're running around the place but getting nothing done. So have you been kind of flying around the house constantly, or?
Yeah, I'm always busy.
Yeah. Well, they're telling you
busy looking after everyone else.
Your health issues you have to try and relax about, all right? Now, you're a very positive person anyway. You're a real bubbly person, but it's just like everything has been getting on top of you the last couple of weeks and couple of months, definitely with health issues as well. Now, everybody suffers with their health, I suppose, but what they're trying to say is that you have to kind of just slow down, start taking a breath and kind of structure your day a little bit more, because it's like, even though you're flying around, at the end of the day, you're feeling like you've got nothing done. So does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah.
Now, they're talking about a child as well, so is there any worry around any of the kids in the family, or?
There is, yes. There definitely is, 100%.
Yeah, well, they're saying, look, they're working on that issue. They are definitely working on that issue. There is a good outcome from it, but it's going to take about 3 months or so, and it kind of involves a lot of more. You need to talk more, does that make sense? Or you need to kind of find out a bit more?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But all of that is going to happen. You're going to be really, really happy with the outcome. The child is being protected by spirit as well, so they're sending a lot of good energy. So there is a really good outcome from that issue and the stress that you're having around the child as well. So they just want you to try not to worry as much, and they definitely want you more of you to get her talking.
Yeah.
So it's like there's
Okay.
some part
That
of the
could be
family that
impossible.
might be a bit
Yeah.
distant, so they just want us kind of back together a little bit.
You know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's grand. That's spot on.
All right.
Brilliant. Look, I'm very happy. And look, that's from Spirit. It's not from me. I always get the credit, and everybody goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, Jeff's amazing." Look, all I am is a receiver, like a telephone. So I
Yeah.
would say to everybody, when you're finished or you're after reading, always thank the spirits. Don't be thanking me at all.
That's grand. Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks,
Thanks
Sharon.
for that.
You're very welcome. Look, you have a great evening.
See you then.
Yeah, you too. Thanks a million. I'm going back in now and listen to the show.
Right. Thanks.
Oh, I hope so. Yeah,
I
stay to the
feel-
very end. Don't be
Brilliant
looking
show,
at
Uncle,
yourself
by the
at
way.
What?
Brilliant show, Uncle.
Thanks, Sharon. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
No, you're very welcome. Have a great night.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Now, I'll go to one or two of our texts because we'll try and divvy it out.
Yeah, but for some reason, there's one girl there watching, and there's an Alan. So we'll go pick. You can pick who you like, but there's this girl, and this Alan is in Spirit, and he just wants her to know that everything is okay. He's looking after the family, and that he's really okay. And he loved the tribute, so there must have been some sort of a tribute to this Alan.
Right.
He was kind of sick for a while. He was youngish enough as well, but he was sick for a while with an illness, and then he passed, unfortunately. But he's saying he's okay, and he's watching over everybody, like
Right.
the whole family. So he wants to kind of say hello to them all. He's not giving me any names of people who, but there's definitely a young girl that's watching that'll resonate with her. So if she wants to give a little message at the end just to confirm.
Okay.
So you
okay.
can go ahead now, Alan.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna try and I'll go for two names because everyone's always going, you never picked anyone out of the feed, so I'm gonna pick a couple of people out of the feed, right? But if we I don't know, like if we can just get what they need, I'm not sure what way that works with the
Well,
Spirit.
they get whatever. It's
Yeah.
Spirit. If Spirit
Yeah.
want to pass something,
Okay,
they will.
we
If
have
not,
Suzanne Brown. I've had 7 deaths in 2 months. Who would be there for me?
God.
Yeah. Any particular one, or I don't know.
Now there is, because there's 2 siblings, so I'm not sure if she's had brother or sisters, but there's a father passed as well, and there was 3 of those deaths were actually in the space of weeks, not months.
Right.
There was like one funeral nearly every week for a space of nearly a month. Now they're saying there's definitely good coming to her, but she's going through a huge amount there as well. They're saying they're looking after her as well, so they also have a younger spirit there that passed very quick. They're saying that they have them there, that they are definitely okay, and for her to keep an eye out. Well, they're bringing her some really good news, and they keep saying June the 15th. So June the 15th, that will resonate with her as well. But the arrow, that's a huge amount of spirit, like to pass as well. Now I'm only speaking to one of them. One of them is coming in, but
I understand.
they're saying John as well. So it was either John or Johnny they would have called him.
Right, he's
so
coming
just
in.
to let her know that they definitely are okay, and that the thing she wants to do is going to happen. It was kind of put off, but something was put off over the last couple of months, she'll definitely get to do it, but she won't get to do it till December. But it's a huge thing that will have a good effect on her life.
Right. And
so she'll remember this December coming for a long time, if for a good reason.
Right. So there's John or Johnny coming through there as well.
John or Johnny. Now there's all the spirits there, but some of these spirits were particularly young, like they were kind of cut down in their prime, sort of.
Right. Okay.
But they are there. They're definitely okay as well, and they are around her. And they're saying as well, they look at her through the picture. So there's a picture of, I think, 3 of them together, and they look, when she's looking at it, they're looking back. So just to let her know, anytime she's looking at the pictures, they know she's looking, and they're kind of looking back at her.
Okay, so there we go. That's for Suzanne Brown. Okay. I'm just going to pick another one here. I'm going to go with this one. Charlene Murphy.
Charlene. Now Charlene as well. Yeah, there's 2 spirits here now. Now they're saying a Nancy as well. I'm not sure if Nancy's passed or Nancy, but they're showing me the name Nancy. Now Charlene as well. There's huge change that has to happen with you, Charlene. So there's 2 big decisions coming up, and 2 of them are life changing. You'll make the right decision on both, but it does take a little bit of it takes a little bit of courage, she says, to make these 2 decisions.
Right.
And Just 1 second. They're showing me a picture now. I just have to make sense of it. So, yeah, she'll be out. She's going to be by the sea soon, tell her. Now, I don't know what they mean by that, but they're saying it'll be a big thing as well, that she'll be out by the sea soon.
Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. Yeah, that's how
I would love to be, I would really, that's one of my favourite places in the world to be.
Oh, yeah,
seaside.
everybody.
If I could live on a tent on the beach, I would.
Oh, yeah. Now, I'll pick out one more name before we go back to the phones. I'm going to go with Stuart Crawford. I don't know if you have anything. Stuart Crawford, yeah.
Now, yeah, there's definitely a male spirit here for Stuart, and he's gone back to, so there's 2 Stuarts altogether as well. There's a nickname associated with Stuart as well that they're saying that the spirit would have always called him as well. Now, Stuart, you have to try and relax a little bit more. They're saying don't be so doubtful of yourself or the decisions that you have to make as well. There's everything that's going on at the minute is going to keep going on for about another 6 months, but there is change coming around, but it's going to take a little bit of time for everything to happen. So it'll be a kind of a little bit of more of the same for the next 6 months, but then things definitely will change with him. And they're telling him to check the car. So he has to check either the engine or there's something on the car where it's going to give him trouble over the next month. So tell him just to keep it something that he's not aware of at the minute. So either tell him to get the car looked at by somebody who knows what they're doing, but there's definitely an issue with the car that'll lead to a kind of an annoying kind of day for him where it'll mess everything up for him. So tell him to keep an eye on the car, get it checked out.
There's nothing worse than your car going wrong. Sure, there's not, Geoff, you're in the middle of nowhere. There's something going wrong, yeah.
Yeah, especially, well, he won't be outside the 4 miles, so he'll be all right.
He'll be okay.
Okay. We're all sticking to that.
I'm gonna go with one more from the listen. Okay, I'm just picking out ones I'm getting drawn to. Okay, Laura Caffrey.
And does she have a question? No, she just
says no. She just wants to. Is there anything there for her? She obviously has somebody.
Yeah, there's Laura. There's
Laura Caffrey.
There's pregnancy coming around. Someone very close to Laura as well. So if there was someone with fertility issues, they're showing me problems with fertility issues. Like I'm not sure if it's her or if it's someone around her, but there's definitely the family is going to be growing over the next 9 months. So whoever this pregnancy is, they're either coming around pregnant or they're going to be pregnant within the next month, but it's bringing good change into the family as well. And that's coming from a very close female as well, but she's showing me she's saying Sandra and Anne. This spirit is saying Sandra and Anne, so that will make sense to that girl there as well. There's not much change in and around her, but there's definitely a new baby coming in a pregnancy that they're all going to be kind of happy with, and it's going to it'll bring them all a little bit together as well.
Okay. Now I'm gonna go with the phone. I have somebody on the phone, so I'm gonna go to the phone here, Geoff. Hello, how's it going?
Hello.
Hello, how are you? Sorry for keeping you on hold there, but
You're all right.
yeah. So who have I got on the phone?
It's Barbara.
Barbara, how are you, Barbara?
How's it going?
Well, you're very welcome on board. I'm going to hand you over to Geoff. He's the man there with the knowledge.
Hey, Geoff.
Hi, Barbara, how are you?
How's it going?
Not too bad. And you?
That's good. All good, yeah.
Yeah, come here, Barbara. You're a little bit like myself, actually. So do you have kind of predictive dreams, or do you get kind of feelings in your stomach when kind of weird stuff is about to happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got a really close female to you as well. Like, she's really like a spirit guide to you nearly as well.
Mm.
And Barbara, they're saying Barbara Ann. So does that make sense?
Yeah, that's my name.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Right, well, it's definitely you, so. Right, well,
yeah, now, Barbara Ann. Okay.
They're saying that they want you to get more into doing what you should be doing, which is actually you should be doing what I'm doing right now, because it's like you have a hidden gift for it, and it's something that you've kind of been suppressing over the couple of years. Have you been?
Yeah.
Well, what they want you to do is they're telling you to take out your cards. So do you have a set of cards, or do you have an old set?
Yeah, I have cards here, yeah.
Yeah, well, they want you to start using them a lot more, because you will start to get really good messages from Spirit. And Spirit do like to connect sometimes when we're starting off or when we're kind of getting into it with, they will give messages through cards, like they'll jump the message, as you know, or a name will jump off the card, and they want you to start doing a lot more, because you're going to be able to help a lot of people. You're a very helpful person anyway, she's saying as well. So do you always go around kind of trying to make the peace with everybody? And
I run around after everybody.
yeah, well, they're well aware of that, and they love that you do it as well. But they're saying there kind of comes to a point now where you have to kind of start putting a lot more time into yourself and kind of developing that gift a little bit, because it's going to benefit a huge amount of people and yourself as well. But you're nearly like a counsellor the way you are. Anyway, people will be kind of drawn to you with their problems. So does that make sense?
Yeah, all the time. Everyone rings me, texts me with their problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're saying as well, don't be afraid to show off what you have. So they're telling you to be a bit more confident in yourself as well. And they're saying you look beautiful. So something's changed with your appearance in the last couple of months, has it?
I'm just trying to lose weight.
Well,
Jane, join the club. Join the club. Yeah.
They're saying you look absolutely beautiful, and your energy, your energy is really starting to come up as well. So start really focusing in on yourself, because like self-care is the best care in the world. Like, with the amount of people that you help, if you don't give yourself that time, what's going to happen is I've done it myself over the years, and we kind of tend to do it. We're kind of a bit stupid that way, and I am as well. I've run myself into the ground doing things where you have to, at some point, you can't help everybody, and for you to be right, everybody else will be right as well. So I always find that just start putting more time into yourself, and don't be afraid to say no to people as well. It's one of our courses. I find it very hard to say no to anyone.
Jeff, I'm looking for the move. I'm just wondering, am I going to get that move?
Yeah, you're going to get the move now. It's going to take a little bit longer, but you definitely will get the move. Now, come here, this move isn't that far away either. They're telling me it's not that far, but it's an ideal move for you. You will definitely get the move. It's like, was the move put off, apart from the coronavirus? Was there something that stopped it in the first place?
Yeah, I was getting a 3-bed, but I'm only looking for a 2-bed. So it's kind of, because I own the house, I'm looking for a 2-bed.
Yeah, well, you're definitely going to get it, and you're going to be very, very happy with where you are. It'll be kind of it's not too far from where you are, so you'll be in the same area, but you'll just be kind of happier. You'll be able to manage more with what you have as well.
Right.
So you definitely will get it. So come here, and you know yourself, throw the cards out for yourself tonight and just focus on the house, and a date will come to you. A date will definitely come to you, but I can see you definitely being very relaxed over the next 6 months, so you will definitely move within the next 6 months.
Lovely.
All right.
No, you're very, and come here, do what I said now, and don't be afraid. If you want to give me a message, or if you need help with any of that kind of stuff at all, I'm always there now. I'm mad busy, but I'm getting through all the messages even now. Like, there's something like 600 messages I'm getting nearly a day. Like, my emails actually.
I can imagine.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Well,
but I will get to everybody. So, and I definitely will. If you need any help like that, don't be afraid to give me a message or
thanks, Jeff.
There we go. I hope that was
very
good. Thank you.
Stay safe. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Now, I'll go to the phones in just a sec. I'm just going to go to one more on the fall down on the text. I'm going to go to Stevie Carroll. Stevie Carroll. Now, I'm just pulling at straws here, Geoff.
Yeah, no, they're grand there. There's a huge amount coming around Stevie now as well. There's actually really a huge amount of spirit energy coming around and change. So they're actually in the process of a huge kind of a turn in their kind of life circumstances as well. Now, this is coming from a Patricia as well. So there's a Patricia in spirit as well. Now, she's there a long, long time as well, but she's 4 other spirits that would be very, very close as well.
Okay.
Now, Stevie as well. Stevie, you have to stop worrying. But the change that is happening, it can be a bit uncomfortable, or it can be, but all this change that's happening over the next couple of weeks is going to be very, very good for you. Now, you're going to kind of take it as stressful, but all of this stuff, it kind of needs to happen. So it's very positive, even though it's going to be perceived as a bit negative by Stevie at the start. It's actually very, very positive, and it's something that's been coming a long time as well. So it's like, as they say, like, all great change is kind of preceded by a little bit of chaos first, and that's what's kind of going to be happening over the next couple of weeks. But it's kind of all for a good reason. So everything that does happen, there's a very positive outcome from it. So they just want you to be mindful of there is very, very positive change ahead of you very, very soon, and just keep going the way you're going as well.
Okay, so there we go. This is a quick message for Stevie. Okay. Now, if anyone got any of those readings off, Geoff, and they make any sense, put them in the comments and let us know, because I'm going to know. That's the truth. Do you know what I mean? I just let me know. I'm going to know. Now, I'm going to go to one of the phones here. Hello, who have I got on the phone? Hello.
Hi, Victoria.
Hey, Victoria. Hello, how are you?
How are you? Good, thanks. How are you?
Ah, Victoria, how are you? I recognise the voice there now. Yeah, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm doing okay. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Hi, Geoff.
Hey, Geoff.
Hey, Victoria, how are you? She sounds beautiful.
Good,
She's great energy already.
Okay.
I'm just wondering, is anybody coming through for me?
Vicky, you have huge spirit energy around you, like really. This is from two spirits in particular. They're being very, very clear as well. One keeps going back to 2008. So does that make sense to you?
2007. Yeah.
2007 is it? It's in around there.
Yeah.
Now this is a male spirit as well.
Yeah.
He's with a female spirit that passed a good bit out. He keeps showing me 10 and then doing that 10. And so that could be, there's 11 years difference nearly between these two spirits.
Yeah.
Just give me a name. Right. And now she keeps drawing a big A.
Yeah, that's my mum, Ailish.
Ah, beautiful. And come on, who are you then?
Pardon?
Okay, and we have, there's the man's name, she's S-H-A, so that's Seamus or Shay.
Shay, yeah.
That's the man that's with her. Now, they're really happy to give you a spirit spirit message, so do you constantly pray to them and talk to them every day?
Yeah, I go to the grave quite a lot, so yeah, I do, and around the house.
And they're saying, and the flowers as well. Now, they're saying as well, there's a Mandy and a Daniel or a Danny that they're...
Yeah,
they
that's my
want you to say hello to them as well. They keep saying Daniel, but Danny. So his name, do you call him Danny instead of Daniel, or?
No, I call him Daniel, but everybody else calls him Danny.
Oh, okay. Well,
my God.
There's loads. Come here. What they're saying is there's absolutely loads, really, really good change coming around both as well. Now, I know everybody takes the loss of these are parents.
Yeah.
Because their energy is that close, they're constantly around you. They want you to know, and you want you to tell everybody that they're definitely okay. Now, with the male spirit, I'm getting an absolutely unnatural pain in my stomach. So there was definitely an issue with his stomach, and this kind of travelled up though, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, my mum had that, and my sister sort of has that as well. Yeah, the males have it, as far as I know.
Yeah, it was very, very painful because that's coming up like either an aneurysm or it's something
my dad
kind of
died
ruptured.
of an aneurysm.
Pardon?
My father passed of an aneurysm.
Oh, okay. They're being very, very clear. Now, they want you to say that for some reason they keep going. They're showing me loads of like guitar. Now, I love guitars. I've actually guitars tattooed on my arm, so they keep pointing to my guitars as well. And there's just lots of. It's like they would have encouraged you to be yourselves, encouraged music though. Very, very. Yeah. It's like a very, very strong music. Like I can hear loads and loads of different. So like these are brilliant. Like it's really good. But they're saying, will you just tell everybody we can see them now?
Oh my God! Okay.
So I don't know what they mean by that, but it definitely will resonate with witches as well. Now, everything is going to be all right family-wise. I know there's kind of stresses coming around it, but there's a wedding going to be coming up next year as well. So is there anybody engaged at the minute, or?
Yeah, there's a wedding coming up in July.
Yeah, well, the wedding is going to go really, really well. I don't think it'll be put off. There's definitely going to be some sort of a kind of a bit of a hiccup on the day, but it'll actually be a funny one. But they're going to be there front and centre. They're saying they're really going to be there front and centre. And
well, actually, it could be my other brother next year. It could be another brother next year. Who knows?
Yeah, well, it's going to be. They'll get all the weddings anyway, but it's going to be. Your family have a really, really positive year. A really positive year ahead of you. You've had enough bad luck. Like, and it's not nice to lose parents, especially both, and because they were very, very strong and very kind of, their energy is absolutely lovely. I'd sit and talk with them all night.
Oh gosh, my heart is actually pounding because everything you said is spot on, 100%.
Oh, well, look, don't thank me. Look, that's purely down to spirit. So when you're going to bed tonight, if you're saying a little prayer, just thank them. All I am is I just listen. All I do is listen. So kind of I always say give them the credit, because they're the ones that are, although I can make the connection, if they didn't want to talk to me, that there's nothing I can say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, listen, that's great. Thanks a million, Geoff, and thanks, Anto.
You're very welcome.
You're very welcome.
No hassle at all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Bye.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye.
Good night. Have a lovely night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. There we go. She's really nice, yeah. I know her voice. I know exactly who that is, but you've no idea who it is.
No, I have no idea. No, I don't know who any of these people are, to be honest now. But that's the way it should be. I always it's better.
Yeah.
Like, you probably get, I do get some people that kind of come for readings and they try and get them all the time as well. And I always say a better one reading with me or two readings should be kind of enough, because I love reading different people. Like, I love reading total strangers, because to me it kind of keeps me sharp, I think. Now
there's one here. Now I don't know. See, you says you like people that are skeptical, don't you?
Yeah.
Now, so maybe now there's Aisling Ward MacDonald here. Now I think we said something to her last week. I'm not sure. Now Aisling Ward MacDonald. I mean, if there's something you could say to her, and then Aisling, if there's something true in it, if you can let us know. So that's just a name I'm just picking out of the feed.
Aisling. Now, well, all I'm getting now, Aisling, is just grandmother and mother. And come here, Aisling, they just keep showing me this kind of negativity now, not coming from you, but around you as well. And it's something that you have to free yourself from. But these are all the females in the spirit world are coming around, and generally when they do that, that means there's kind of a lot of unrest with the person, or there's a lot of self-doubt as well. Now they're saying as well, just try and relax, breathe a little bit more. So there could be a kind of, I'm not sure if there's an anxiety issue there, or just it's like panic for some reason. I just keep getting this sense of panic, and it's from outside influence as well. Now, so now they're saying David as well. So they're just saying David. So there's definitely David, and then there's two female spirits here. But they're saying just kind of the trouble that's going around her at the minute, it can be kind of fixed very easily if she detaches herself from, and it's from a person. And that's what they're giving me.
Right, okay. So that's what you've got for that one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. So you can let us know if that's of any significance. I don't know. You don't know.
And we're going to just go for a quick break. I just have to get some water, if that's okay. Do you want to do
we'll come back. No, what I'll do is I actually have a lovely song here. I'm going to play from a friend of mine, and I'm going to play this. This is from Jake Solomon. This is called Better Days, and we'll see you in a couple of minutes. You can put your
a couple of minutes.
You can put that on mute there, Geoff. Yeah.
Brilliant. Be back in 2.
Wait a minute, 'cause it feels like I've been here before. Maybe I'm crazy, but I just don't feel it anymore. I'm standing alone and I've been reaching out for help. And though you're here, I know your mind is somewhere else. I never realized I'd find someone who had the same impression that love was a game to play. I really want to believe what you say, but then I tell myself that I don't want to live this way. baby, we've seen better days, and holding on feels impossible. I think it's safe to say I wasn't meant to fall in love, 'cause I knew I wasn't good enough. But now you see what I really mean when it fades away. Do you remember what we even started fighting for? And I hope you're listening, 'cause I'm done with missing everything we had before. And when our eyes collide and more in love with you I feel. But always reminded, 'cause you hide it so damn well. And I never realized I'd find someone who had the same impression that love was a game to play. I really wanna believe what you say, but then I tell myself that I don't wanna live this way. 'Cause baby, we've seen better days, and holding on feels impossible. I think it's safe to say I wasn't meant to fall in love, 'cause I knew I wasn't good enough. And now you see what I really mean when it fades away. Have you really thought this through? I don't wanna live this way, 'cause baby, we've seen better days. I don't know what you're hiding from, but I'm done with riding out this storm. And holding on feels impossible. I think it's safe to say we were never meant to fall in love if we knew we weren't good enough. And now you'll see what I really mean when it fades away.
Oh, there we go. A great song from Jake Sullivan called Better Days. That's an original artist song choice that I picked out, and you can get that on you'll be able to get that on Spotify very, very soon. We'll be back with Geoff now in just a couple of minutes. By the way, tonight's show is sponsored by QED Studios. If you want to get any mix and mastering done, check out these guys down in Wexford.
I've been out there.
There we go. That's our sponsors for tonight's show. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so there we go. So some interesting stuff coming up. Geoff was coming out with some great stuff there, and I'm looking forward to getting loads more people on the phone lines now in just a minute. I know loads of people are trying to get through. I just want to go over to Laura Caffey says, thanks, Laura said, but no baby plays for me. Let me see. Aisling Ward would love a message. Yeah, we gave a message, Aisling, so I don't know if it made any sense to you. So that's just, you've got, actually, if I remember, I think we gave a message to you. It could have been last week, because that name rings a bell. And if I think it was nearly the same kind of message that you were getting. So I think that could make sense. Jennifer McGuire, why don't you ring in Geoff and see if he has anything to say? Yeah, Jane, you could ring in yourself as well, Jane. Yeah, I mean, anyone can ring in as well. Helen Kyo, please me. Let me see who else. Yeah, let me see. I'm just going to see if we have any other kind of. I'm not a believer, so can I try and get? Can I try and change that? Yeah, Geoff likes skeptics, all right. He does like trying them out, trying a few of them out. Let me see who else we have here. Everyone is dying for a message. Grief is a terrible thing. Yeah, it is a terrible thing, because my own dad passed away as well, and we all have friends and stuff like that have passed away, and yeah, it's not an easy one at all. I put up pictures of my dad on here a couple of weeks ago. Basically, I could pop it up. I can put it up on top of the screen here. Hang on, I'll show it to you. I showed a few people this before. Now, this is my father only passed away. Okay, and no, this is about 5 years ago. But in this photograph, he'd only just passed away. Now, loads of people have seen the photograph, and loads of people probably still haven't. I'll show it to you one more time. I'll just show it to you here before we go back to Geoff now in just a sec. So we'll go back to this picture here. Okay, we go back to that. Now, we're just going into I'm just going to show everyone this photograph before I go back here. Let me see. We go to here. I'll just pop it up on top of everything here on this specific screen. This is, here we go. Here's the picture here. Okay. So I'm going to pop it up in front of everybody here. So there we go. There's the screen there. Let me see. I'll pop it over the other side actually, and there we go. Okay, so there's the picture there of my dad in his heyday. That was his lovely time, and it's probably his proudest moment. And so then when he died, that pillow is actually, my dad's actually dead on the bed to the left of that pillow. He just passed away, and my sister Sharon noticed this picture on a face kind of on the pillow. She says, "Look at the face on the pillow." We took a photograph of it just before the nurses basically took it away or fixed up the room. But that was the picture or the image. So loads of people could say it's a coincidence and this and that. Yeah, it's left open to your interpretation of it. But there we go. We just referenced it to probably his proudest moment when he loved the army as all his life, and so there we go. I was just showing you that, and it just looks like the beret there and stuff like that. So there we go. So there you can see what you can make out of that. Now we'll buzz back over to Geoff. Hang on, I'll just bring him back on the screen there. There we go. Hey Geoff, sorry, we were busy contemplating.
No problem, sure. I drink about 8 litres of water during the show.
Yeah, you're grand. Yeah, you're good. Keep you functioning. Now,
yeah, keep you hydrated.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna go to the phone and I'll just see who we have on the phone. Is that okay? Yeah.
Yeah. No, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Who have we got on the phone?
How's it going, Anto?
Oh,
hey, Geoff.
Hello. How's it going? Can you tell?
Justin here.
Justin, we have Justin on the phone there for Geoff.
Hey, Justin, how are you?
How are you, Geoff? How you doing, man?
Not too bad. Come here, Justin. You've huge spirit energy around you as well. You really have.
Okay.
So do you ever get a sense of them around you, or do you ever feel?
I'd like to think so, yeah.
Yeah, but there's now. They keep telling me, are you very stubborn?
Oh, it's stubborn. Could be.
It's stubborn in a bad way. Now, I mean, when you put your mind to something, you have to keep going until it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's your grandfather was passed as well.
He would, yeah.
Yeah, and now they keep showing me another name with a J, but it's not a Justin. So does that make sense to you as well?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, well, no, they're showing me a James in the spirit world as well. And he's with your grandfather, so there's 2 of them there as well. Now, this person is showing me as well that there's a lot of travel as well. So have you done a lot of travel in the past, or were you planning on doing a lot in the future?
Yeah, we would have, yeah.
Yeah, now there's a lot more of that travel coming, and so that's a good thing as well. Every time I kind of look or a spirit says something like that, it means kind of things are going to be lifted to where we have a little bit more freedom as well. Now, you have to definitely concentrate on an issue that's around you at the minute. So have you been finding something fairly hard for one particular issue?
Yeah, like many people, I suppose, so yeah.
Yeah, well, the thing about it is that you have to kind of just give it a little bit more. You're going to start seeing benefits from what it is you're doing as well. They keep showing me as well. Do you know if anybody kind of broke their leg or had a bad accident on their leg?
Could have, yeah.
Yeah, that this is coming up because it caused like a lot of. It was definitely a good bit of damage to the leg. It could have been broken 2 different places as well. I'm not sure who it is, but they're just making me aware of it as well. Now they're telling you as well to be kind of more careful around the people that you're around as well. So I'm not sure if it's going to be the job you're in, but it's because it's like there can be danger around you sometimes from outside influences. Or does that make sense?
Could be, yeah.
Yeah, well, they want you just to be mindful of that and kind of be a bit more alert to those situations. Now, it could be through a work thing, but it's something like that you're going to have to be mindful of over the next 6 months to a year as well. Now, the travel, you're going to get to do what you were doing as well, but there's like a good bit of work has to be put in first. And they're saying as well, the 7th of July is it's a strong date with the spirit world as well. So the 7th of July, I'm not sure if you can think of anything in and around that now, but it's a very important date to them as well. So does that make sense to you at the minute?
Yeah, in and around the wood, yeah.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of energy coming in and around that date as well, but it's definitely with a spirit. So, but they're just trying to tell you to keep going with what you're doing. Definitely press ahead on with it, and things will change. Now, there's huge change coming up in every nearly aspect of your life, so that's coming up like work and relationship wise as well, where there's a little bit of tinkering needs to be done, but everything is going to kind of work out as well. But definitely for some reason, not to be panicking you, but just be very mindful of whatever this kind of, when you're working, of danger. If you get any kind of senses or feelings or something's not going right, kind of take a step back and watch everything before you proceed. It's like they want you to kind of nearly stay out of danger. Now, it's nothing major, but it's something that it'll disrupt your life for a while as well. So if there's anything where you think there's a safety issue or anything like that, always have it checked or just be mindful of stuff like that. Is that okay?
Yeah. Any names, Geoff, though?
The only one they keep coming up with this, they keep showing me another J. Now, I know your name is Justin, but this James as well. And then now he's saying Michael as well, so I'm not sure if that makes sense to you, but those 2 names are James and Michael.
Okay.
And that's all I'm getting there at the minute, Anto. Sorry.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Thank you.
No problem at all.
Yeah, thanks, man. Take care.
Bye. There we go. So, now, say somebody's obviously wanting to make contact with a specific spirit, and they don't get that. Why would that happen?
What that happened, that can be down to as well. Spirit, as even though as much people want to call a spirit in, it's totally up to spirit. It doesn't mean that the spirit doesn't want to talk to you. What it means is the connection with me can be a little bit off. Like it is a little bit today, to be honest. I'm not even 100%. I had a kind of a bad bout of colitis there this morning, so I was in bits all day, and I was just trying to drink as much water to get myself ready for the show. So even that now, I'm probably only at 50, 60%. But rather than not come onto the show, I still wanted to do as much as I can because I know people do look forward to it. So it can be down to me as well. But tonight, it probably is a little bit more down to me than anything else. But Spirit will pass messages on. But as I said, even though people think they need a message, and some people do need a message, a lot of the time, Spirit, you have to go through something. Sometimes for Spirit to, it's like they're not going to tell you everything because life would be very boring. If they told you everything, your life would be kind of boring. A lot of stuff we have to figure out for ourselves.
So basically what you're saying is, well, they won't tell you anything if everything's okay.
Yeah, if everything's kind of all right with you, they'll give you little bits just to say like they're okay, they're around you. But a lot of the time as well, a lot of the life experiences that we have, for some reason I don't know, it was one of the questions I always ask: why can't you tell me something that can prevent, say, a bad thing from happening? Sometimes they do. A lot of the times we have to go through these things. We have to learn, like just ourselves as a person. We have to learn from either mistakes or like if everything. Life would be very boring if you had everything mapped out for you and all the bad was. You could see all the bad coming up ahead. Life, you wouldn't learn anything.
All right. So there's no meaning. There's no meaning to what that was.
People shouldn't get. If I can't pick up on a message, that does not mean that spirits aren't around you. It just means I'm either a little bit down with the connection, or there's loads of other reasons. Never assume that spirits aren't there to give you a message. Bearing in mind though that a lot of the time we have to go through an issue to actually learn from it, or like an addiction or things like that, some strange things, we have to go through them. Like even with the amount of stuff I've been through in my life, it's not. I could probably write about 10 books on the negative things that have happened.
Right.
But saying that, I always used to kind of let them get on top of me, and then, until I realised kind of I actually needed to go through that, whether it was an argument, an accident, whatever happened seems to be. You need to actually go through that process to learn from it and then to benefit others.
Okay, we'll do one more on the phone, and then we'll do one or two. We'll go through the list again. We do one or two from the list. Okay, so I'll go to the phone again. Hello, how's it going? Who have we got on the phone? Hello. Hello. They're there on the phone. Hello, can you hear me on the phone? Yeah. Hello. Okay, there was somebody there, but I don't know where they're gone to. We'll go back to the phone now in a minute. So, yeah. Okay, well I'll go back to the list. Just I had somebody on hold there, and they obviously went to make themselves a cup of tea or something. I don't know.
Come here, can I do one thing as well, Anto? I just wanted, for the last couple of weeks, I just wanted to say the girls at Dunn Stores, all the staff, everybody, down to everyday security, absolutely amazing job. And all the other people.
Keeping everyone safe. Yeah, and Finglas. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And you go into Dunn's and the girls all have a smile, and they're absolutely, I just wanted to give them a shout out because they're absolutely warriors. They really, really are. Do you know what I mean? They're there, like everybody's talking about the frontline staff, and those women and men are frontline staff are Finglas. You know what I mean? Keeping us all fed, and they really are. So I just wanted to give a big shout out to all the Dunn staff.
Right, hang on, I get this. I'll take this call. Hello, how's it going? Who's that?
Willie, how's it going?
How are you, Willie? How are you?
Anto, can you put us on to Geoff?
Yeah, through to Geoff there now. Walk away.
Okay, hey Geoff.
Hey, Willie, is it?
Yeah. Hold on.
They're actually calling you William and not Willie, so...
Oh,
these spirit must have been very particular about your name. This man in particular keeps saying William, and there's two as well. So there's two Williams.
Yeah.
Now one is passed.
That's right. Yeah.
Now, you have huge energy, so you must be one of these people that makes a whole room laugh.
Yeah,
saying that there's a lot of comedy around you. Not that you're a comedian or anything, but there's a lot of, you're always kind of spreading kind of laughter and joy. Like it's one of your kind of go-to things.
Joy, yeah, that's right, Geoff. Yeah,
joy. Well, no, you're dead right. Yeah. Now, this William they're very, very proud of you over a situation last year. So, was there any big situation that you handled yourself last year, or?
I can't think of it. I can't think of that offhand now, Geoff.
There's something that you went through, or kind of like a battle. Now, it could be health, it could be not telling me exactly what issue it is, but they're saying you handle it very, very well. They're very proud of you as well. Now, they're showing me 6 different spirits as well. So, is there 6 that you can put your name on already? Like,
oh, absolutely, yeah. Now, if you can name them, it'd be great.
Yeah.
No, there's a William there, but there's also a kind of a Bren or a Brendan.
No, not that I know.
No, there is. No, he's definitely there. Now, he could be a bit back, and there's also a Margaret as well. And Kathleen, so you have a good few around you.
Margaret, that's me grandmother there, Geoff.
Yeah, there's the William, but there's also a Kathleen, so I don't know if they would have called her Kay or... They would have called her, and there's a Lily there as well. They're all kind of old names. Now, you have to try and keep doing what you're doing as well. They're saying now you've got a minor issue with your heart as well. So does your blood pressure be raised every now and again, or do you have problems with it?
Geoff, that's why I'm ringing you. I had a heart scare last week, and that's the reason I'm ringing you.
Yeah, well, they're saying now, look, you have to just keep an eye on yourself. It's definitely, I can definitely see a little blockage somewhere. So are you getting the pain in your arm, or like a kind of like a pain resonating from your chest outward, sort of?
Well, I got stents in last week, so I did have a blockage, yeah.
Ah, brilliant. Well, look, that's looked after. You're going to be okay, but you have to definitely stick to this. They're saying the heart issue is something that's going to kind of be around for a little while. Now, it won't get worse as long as you kind of look after it, and it's more down to diet than anything else, they're saying as well. So did you get a big lecture off a doctor about some diet, or?
Yeah, I did about eating and losing a bit of weight, yeah, I did indeed, yeah.
Yeah, well, look, come here, you're definitely going to do that, and don't be putting yourself in an early grave. You have a long, long time ahead of you, but the main thing is that the heart issue they're definitely aware of, but they want you to know that just by doing... Now, nobody likes doing what a doctor says, and they can be very condescending when they're saying it, but they have to be to the point. Like, doctors can't mess about because they're dealing with life and death. So what a lot of they say can come across as they're actually doing it for your own benefit. So whatever that doctor told you, he's really good at his job. So kind of stick. I know it's hard, but just think of the pain that we're in. You don't want to be going through that again. But you are definitely, the spirits are all saying that you're going to be around for a long time. So just start looking after yourself and you definitely will be okay. And they love the joy that you spread, like, fair play to you. And that's probably what they were so proud of you, the way you handled everything with the heart scare that you had.
I did, yeah. Yeah. He actually rang the ambulance himself. But Geoff, just the William. Actually, my dad called me William. Would that be my father?
That's your father, yeah. He's saying William, yeah, because he was very particular about calling you William and not Willie, like. But he was a very strong man now as well.
He's a very what? Sorry.
Very, very strong man. Like, he was a very, very strong individual when he was living.
Yeah. He would be. He would have been a strong man. Yeah.
Does anybody? He keeps showing me a missing finger.
Missing finger.
Yeah. Anybody? There's one of the spirits there, and they definitely have a finger missing. And it was from it was a card, or now it mightn't come to you, but it mightn't come to you yet, but it definitely will. But just he's saying, because he's even laughing about this. So this person lost their finger through kind of a silly accident.
Yeah.
It'll come to you anyway. They're just saying that they're there, but he wants you to know that, look, you definitely have a lot more time ahead of you. Stick to what that doctor said, and kind of a little bit of exercise is brilliant. Even a walk, if you can manage a bit of a walk, like a half an hour walk a day, it's excellent for your cardiovascular system.
Oh, brilliant, Geoff. Thanks very much indeed. Thanks for that.
You're very welcome. Don't be thanking me.
Anything else for to go now?
No, that's it at the minute.
Okay.
See you, Willie.
Yeah, I'm here, Anto, yeah.
Yeah, no, thanks very much. See you then, Willie. Thanks very much.
Thanks for taking the call, Anto. Thanks very much indeed. Thank you.
Bye.
See you, Willie. Take it easy.
Yeah, there we go. Now, there was someone, I have somebody on hold on the phone, on the other phone. And but somebody keeps getting impatient, keeps hanging up ringing the same number. So I'm not letting them through.
It'd be great if we could answer them all, but
I'm not letting them through, but they won't hold on. They're impatient. They want me to answer them while we're talking. It doesn't work like that. I'm afraid. I'm trying my best.
Me, my energy is kind of very, very low today, and I have to apologise for it. It's just when I get about colitis, it can just come out of nowhere, and in the morning, like I was up at 5 o'clock this morning and head just down the toilet. So now I can do a bit of self-healing, but when the bouts come on you, sometimes they just come out of nowhere.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do. You're only human, as you said already.
I do feel terrible for anybody that's in pain or anybody that has any stomach issues or any type of issue, because it's just not. I was like a 90-year-old man this morning.
Right, yeah. Janie.
So I know I look like a 90-year-old man.
I feel like when somebody says I'm trying, you're trying to look like Geoff. Jesus, me beard.
Yeah, we could be related, Anto. We'll have to look into that now.
Jesus Christ, yeah. Yeah, our father could have been fairly promiscuous, Geoff.
Yeah, well, the mine definitely was, anyway.
Let me see. I'll go to one more phone and then we'll do a couple of the texts, yeah?
Yeah, no problem, yeah.
Okay, yeah. You just let me know whenever you want to take a break, and just let me know.
Yeah,
okay.
No bother at all.
Okay, who we got on the phone?
It's Mandy.
Hey, Mandy, how are you?
Hey, I got cut off earlier on.
Ah, yeah. Well, you see, I do put people on hold, and then
okay.
You just have to listen to the show to get. It's the only way I can keep you on hold. I can't talk to you.
Yeah. Hey, Geoff.
Hey, Mandy. How are you?
I'm good.
You're good. Yeah, you've beautiful energy, Mandy. That's the spirits straight away are coming in saying like a real nurturer and a carer. So does that make sense to you?
I'm a carer, yeah.
Yeah, they're saying that like it's a really, really hard job you're doing. So you might it's like 90% your stress is coming from caring, but I suppose it's a given. Like when you're caring for someone, they're not in a right state, but they're saying you're doing an absolutely outstanding job.
I'm good. Brilliant.
Yeah. Now you're very like your mother as well.
I am.
Yeah, like everybody would say you're every bar of her. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like you have the kind of heart and soul of her as well. You really, really do, and that's something beautiful. I always love seeing that because she was such a beautiful woman as well.
Great.
Now, you're going on the trip, they're saying. So there's definitely a trip. Were you thinking of going on a trip, or did you think you weren't going to go on a trip?
Yeah, we've a wedding coming up, so we ain't sure we could go on that.
They're saying it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful day, and you're going to look gorgeous. Now, they're telling you blue, so wear something blue.
Okay.
Now, it's something that they just want you blue. For some reason, it's a lovely colour on you. It really is. It's probably something you don't wear that often, but they're telling you to kind of show off a little bit more. It's like you're a little bit kind of insecure sometimes, are you?
I am.
Yeah, well, they're telling you to stop. You're an absolutely beautiful lady. You really are. So don't be afraid to show it off as well, because the amount of help that you do, and that the particular, do you care for 2 people or just one?
Care for a couple of people, yeah.
Yeah, because there's one in particular that kind of, they're showing me one kind of puts more of a strain on you. And it's not that person's fault either, but one of them, you really have to kind of grit your teeth and dig in when you're doing the job as well. Like, it kind of makes it a little bit harder, but that's just due to the person's illness. It's not anything they're intentionally doing, but they know how much, like, you just put your heart and soul into it. You really, really do, when it's under very difficult circumstances as well.
I know, yeah.
Now, they keep saying Mona as well. So do you know who Mona is?
I don't know.
Well, think of it. This is a Mona or a Monica. She's definitely passed in spirit. Now, she's on your mother's side as well, but she's nearly 2 generations back. And she keeps showing me like a lot of travel from England, the family from England and back as well. Like, so there might be a couple of connections over there as well. But she's definitely, this Mona had a very kind of a posh English accent as well, but she's definitely on your mother's side as well. Now, your health is okay, but start looking after yourself a little. It's like you're not getting a chance to eat or drink a lot of water, are you not?
No.
Right, well, start making a plan you start looking after yourself, because they're showing me your energy levels, like, they can be very high, but within a day or 2 they can drop right down, and it takes you a little while to get back up, and it's due to the fact that it's probably due to the fact of your job and how well you do it, that you're actually not getting enough sustenance. So start taking some vitamins if you can, but start drinking lots more water, but make a plan to start eating at certain times of the day, even if it's small bits and regularly during the day. Try and do that a little bit more, because I can see headaches which as well. So you're getting headaches a lot?
I had headaches, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's just due to you kind of being drained and being a little bit dehydrated. So make sure they want to see like a 2 litre or a litre of water with you now when you're going to work, and make sure you're taking plenty of drinks of it during work. Like, be mindful of drink plenty of water. Great.
Are you getting any names, Geoff?
I'm not at the minute. That's all. Now that's down to me, and I have to apologise for it. I'm not at 100% today. I'm really, really not. So the names aren't coming as quick as they normally do. Sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. But they're saying you know who they are, though.
Okay.
Is that okay for you?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Thanks very much, Geoff.
No hassle at all. You're fine.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks.
Bye. Yeah. No, it's. I know everyone just be looking for sometimes the name. Sometimes you get the complete name right, and then there's
sometimes I do, and that again, that's down to spirit as well. But like a lot of spirit, they're faith driven as well. So like a lot of spirit, they're very, even if they weren't religious in their lifetime, which a lot of Irish people are very, very religious. Like, to be honest, we're kind of a very Catholic country, staunch Catholic country. But a lot of them as well, they'll say things that is definitely them. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes you do have to have a little bit of faith, like, as well. But what I do, I have to have a huge amount of faith. Like, I have to listen.
Why wouldn't you? Saying. Why wouldn't you? I mean,
but you have to, because exactly like when I was younger, even though I could do this when I was younger, I used to have running arguments with God, like running arguments with him, going, you're not this, you're that, you couldn't be letting all this bad happen. How are you letting this?
Yeah.
But I learned very quickly that I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing if it wasn't for him.
Right. It's just basically...
He made us all, like, I know I don't want to be getting into anything Catholic like that, but you have to... With me, I think it's the faith I have in spirit and the faith I have in that type...
So here on there, it's just left to free will.
Yeah, it's left... Yeah, and well, it's left to free will. That's what we were given, free will. It's up to the person whether they want to accept that or... And I know sometimes spirits... It'd be great if the spirits give names all the time. It would be absolutely astounding. But that would be, I think, taking some of the fate out of, like, the way I see it is, like, you have a lot of these people that, like, I need to see it to believe it, and a lot of that can ruin a lot of good experiences with people. Do you know what I mean? That they're not open minded enough for. Now, I can fully understand for years and years, as long as mediums have been around, there's always been those ones, always been the chancers, or like used to call them cunning men or cunning women, that will take advantage of people like that. And that I can't stand it. So I can understand where people won't have faith, but it comes to a point in your life where you actually have to have faith. If you don't have faith, what's the point?
Okay. Now, I'm going to go to just one guy, and we'll go to the phone now in just a second. But there's a guy here, he just goes, I'm just going to go, I know you like the skeptics, so we'll just see if I pull this one out of the sky, and then this person can let me know if there's anything true in what you say, all right? Keith O'Reilly just says he finds it hard to believe. Great, it'd be great to get a message. There we go. So that's Keith O'Reilly. So is there anything that you get for Keith O'Reilly?
Well, there's a Porrick straight away.
Okay.
He's saying Porrick now. Keith, that's okay. It's nothing wrong with being skeptical. Like, he's not skeptical about any other part of his life. I think it's just the kind of mediumship side of it, or the spirit side of it, which is that's fair enough. But Keith, definitely, there's 2 dates coming up for you. Now, one of the past dates is the 16th of February. So he might have to do a bit of research on that, but it'll only take him 5 minutes. That's coming in around the mother. And then there's November the 11th. So those 2 dates, November the 11th and the other date we give him there, they'll resonate with him as well. Keith, you've got Keith has issues as well, so I'm not sure if he suffers to keep pointing to his head. So I'm not sure if he has vision problems or something that's causing headaches with him a fair amount, but it's nearly like a visual thing with him. So I'm not sure if there's something with his eyes that are causing headaches, but he kind of understand what it is. He'll be free of them in a while as well, but there's definitely I can see his eyes are causing problems with his head, like pain. And so maybe if he wants to go down and there's definitely an eye issue that is causing these headaches. Now, I'm not sure if he's aware that the eyes are causing it, but I keep getting this kind of flashing across my eyes, like photosensitive. Now, he could be epileptic as well, I'm not sure, but there's definitely something they're showing me photosensitive, so there's definitely an issue that he needs to look at with his eyes. And again, that's coming from a Porrick as well. Now, that's on the father's side of the family as well. And they're showing me, they're just saying Darren. So he'll know what it means to Darren, and then a C as well. So if he's hearing this now, that might resonate with him.
Now, if that makes any sense, Keith, let us know, because I'm dying to know. I'm dying to know, yeah. Suzanne said, by the way, she says, thanks for the little reading I got. It was 100%, especially the Johnny. Thanks, Geoff. There we go.
But look, I'm delighted for you. And don't thank me, thank Johnny and the spirits. They're all the one that do. I just pass the message on. I really do. Yeah, that's one thing I'd love to encourage people to do. You can interact with spirits. Spirits don't need a medium to show you that they're in your life. So I'll always light a candle. Spirits love when you light a candle. It's really nice to light a candle because it kind of sets the mood as well. But not only that, it's all energy. So talk to them like you would if you were there, and just ask them for a little sign, but ask them for a specific sign. Now, ask them, as I always say, you could ask them for anything. They'll give you a sign through a song, or just say, look, give me a sign over the next 24 hours that you're with me and that you're okay. And spirits, of course, will do that, and it's up to you then. They will give you a very, very kind of a good confirmation, either through, they'll do something that you will know is them.
Okay, let me see what else we got here. Anne Doyle just said, Anne Doyle says, while I'm sitting here listening to the show, my son just came down the stairs telling me that my father was in his bedroom and he seen him in the corner of the room.
But see, as we're talking about spirits have huge energy. Children and younger kids as well are more susceptible to spirit because they haven't been influenced by. That's what happens when everybody is born. Every single person is born psychic, and what happens is outside influences or the way you're brought up or just things that you learn, kind of you close off. Like I said it last week, you close off your senses. Like, we all have different senses that we just don't use anymore. Right. And that's all it is I just try and exercise those as much as I can, and the best way to do that is through meditation. But there you go, spirits will, and they'll always, people have dreams, and they'll always have dreams of a loved one. Or what's happening is you have two parts of your brain, the conscious and the subconscious. So what I use, I'm more using the subconscious mind than I'm using the conscious mind. Your conscious mind, You're talking, you're here, there, and just the subconscious, that kind of activates everybody when you're asleep. Now, your subconscious is constantly, that's the thing that's making you breathe. It's making you do like all these, there's millions of signals going on in your head a day, and that's your subconscious mind. So that's more activated when you're asleep. So people will always get messages from spirit when they're asleep because it's the easiest time for spirit to do it, because you're using that part of your brain that you have to use to connect with that energy.
You get one or two people. There's one or two people. I don't see Jenny there. Jenny does be on the show, and she says, I'm fed up asking. Boy, she's gone because she's asked so many times on the feed. But a lot of people don't understand. Like, if you look at the feed, if you go into the comments, I mean, there's the last time we were on the show, we were only on for a little to 2 hours as well. We had 540 comments, and to get through all of those,
like they have to, like we will. And look, people, we are going to try and kind of extend it another day. We're working on stuff where we can kind of dedicate more time to the people that are coming on live.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
You have to understand there's only one of me and there's only one of Anto, so there's only so much we can do over the space of the 2 hours.
Now,
and you have to bear in mind that it does take a lot of energy from me as well. Like, it really does. Like, I don't mind doing it, and I love doing it as well, but it actually takes a huge amount of energy. Like, tomorrow I'll sleep all day.
Yeah. But you're enjoying the Tuesdays. You
I love it. Yeah, I absolutely love it, because you're getting to reach more people. And even if one person gets it, the way I see it, if I do 20 people and one person gets the message that they need to hear, that's my job done.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to go
there's no other medium. You can look all over the world on any show right now. This is the first what you and me are doing. To be given live readings straight over, and to be, like, they are fairly accurate. For that to be happening, no other medium I know would do it. They actually wouldn't come on, especially week after week.
Yeah.
They do it.
Because everyone that's coming up in the feed is telling me time after time he's 100%. Even let me see, that girl that was there, Suzanne, Victoria was saying on the phone, oh my God, so, and then
but and that's good, like, it is, but you have to realize, like, there's, apart from it being from entertainment, we're doing this kind of to keep everybody going as well. But you have to have patience. Like, there's only so much we can do, and try and keep positive. Look, we're going to try and do more. And we've been between yourself and myself. Like, people that probably don't realise, this was a spur of the moment thing between yourself and myself.
Yeah,
and it was supposed to be just for one night.
And then we did.
Look at us now, and look what you were after getting me into. But look, it's cool. It's all good.
But we did talk. We have been talking about setting up a course for people to come along, and setting up a whole day's course for people to study.
To study, and it comes. I love that
Reiki, mediumship.
There's nothing I would like more than passing down knowledge as well, and just trying to help as many people.
And we're going to let
the more people that get into it, like, it's a great way of life. It can be it's not all like you see in the films, it's not all this, that, and scary and spooky. It can be hard, but it can be very, very rewarding when you see a look on someone's face, or you tell them something that's actually going to change their life. Now, it's not coming from you, it's coming from spirit. But that gives me it just gives me a hunger to do it more and as much as I can.
Okay. Now, I'm going to go to the phone. I have someone on the phone ages, okay? So I don't know who they are, but I presume they're meant to get this. I have no idea. Who I have on the phone. Hello, who have I got on the phone?
Hi, Anto.
Hello, who's that? Who is it?
This is Esther.
Esther.
Remember, I texted you about my operation.
Oh, you put something in the text?
Esther. Esther, sorry.
At the start.
Sorry, hello, Esther, how are you?
Sorry, at the start of the show, you put something in the text. Okay, yeah.
I was just wondering, is there any messages there for me?
There is, Esther. That operation must be coming up fairly soon with you as well, is it?
Well, I hope so. I haven't heard that yet for what.
Yeah, it will now. There's going to be kind of a pre-procedure they're going to get you to do, but it'll be kind of overwhelming for you to hear everything, but it's going to be the person that is going to be doing the operation. You're in brilliant hands. Like, you couldn't be in better hands, they're saying as well. You have to try and stop. It's causing a lot of anxiety with you as well. So try and kind of put it to the back of your mind as well. But it's definitely a procedure that has to be done. So do you understand that?
I know that it has to be done.
Yeah, it does have to be done, and it's whatever it is being taken out, if that makes sense. They're going to actually, in the one operation, it's going to do what it's supposed to do. It'll go really, as far as operations will go, you're going to get the best outcome you could get from it.
Oh, that's grand.
Now, you have to start, they keep showing me you in the kitchen as well, so do you spend a lot of time in your kitchen?
Yeah.
Because the one spirit keeps saying, put the kettle on. So it's someone that would have drank a lot of tea with you as well. She's an oldish woman. She's wearing glasses as well.
Yeah, I know. It's my mum.
You know. Oh, is it? Well, she's saying put the kettle on there. She wants you to kind of relax. She wants you to sit down at that table more and have more chats with her. So you must talk to her a fair bit, do you?
Yeah, I do talk a lot.
Ah, brilliant. Well, look, she's very proud of you. She knows how kind of the fear that's around this operation, because it's a serious enough operation. Not that I'm not going to say what it is, but it is kind of it's a serious enough operation as well.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Yeah, it's a big one. But you really are going to recover 100%. And she's saying she's going to be minding you through the whole lot. So when you're unconscious, your mum's going to be there watching absolutely everything. There's a man there with her as well, and he just keeps waving and smiling. So do you do something funny with your hand?
Sometimes. Yeah,
well, he's aware of that as well. He thinks it's lovely. So do that more.
Yeah.
Now, I hope it's not sticking the finger up around. I don't know what it is now.
No.
He loves it anyway, but whatever it is, keep doing it, yeah?
No, it's not that.
Oh, right, yes.
No. But listen to me, you're going to be all right for the operation. You're going to have someone there looking after you as well. So there is going to be someone in the family looking after you after this operation.
That's grand. Thanks.
All right, thanks,
so
Esther.
You will definitely be okay, Esther.
Thanks a lot.
See you then.
No problem. You're very welcome.
Bye. There we go. An operation for Esther, and she's going to do okay.
Yeah, and it's looking like it's a kind of an intricate thing, but she'll definitely be. She's in brilliant. However, the surgeon is. I'm saying he, but it's actually she. She's brilliant at at what she does. She's very good. I'm going to just go down and get some more water now in a sec. So if you want to.
Yeah, there's no problem there.
I'm after going through that already, so we can go what you wanted, and then I can head it with yourself.
You walk away there, Geoff. You can put your computer there on mute.
Yeah, it's just been my energy's that low. I have to drink a huge amount of water.
Yeah, so go ahead. Yeah, walk away. No, you walk away. We take a little break there, and we go through. Yeah,
3 minutes.
Okay, yeah, no problem. And by the way, just letting you know, tonight's show is sponsored by QED Studios. If anyone wants to get any mix and mastering done down there in Wexford, you can contact Paul.
I've been out there, looking everywhere. I've been searching for someone.
Yes, there we go. That's who the show was sponsored by here tonight. And we played Jake Solomon there earlier on. Now, there's loads of... I see Shazzy McCormick there. She's saying, I'm feeling drained, need a break. I'll just get back on later. I hope Teresa has added me and felt she needs to say something, but I didn't follow through, Anto. I sat in a circle a few years back. Now, I don't know what you mean by you sat in a circle as such. Let me see. We'll probably ask Geoff about that when he comes back. We'll get him back now in a sec. Let me see. We have a couple of people there. Anything and the relationship, Mandy? We'll ask Mandy now in a sec. Yeah, so everyone, so there's loads of people looking for online readings, and I'll do my best to get the point Geoff over in your direction. Now, there's loads and loads, as you know, obviously on that. And myself and Geoff were talking about doing sorting out courses for people who want to find out more about all of this, including like Reiki, meditation, and he says he can show people how to open up your chakras, and so you can and then mediumship, and then questions and answers and all that sort of stuff, so you can find out more about that. So myself and Geoff were talking about that. I said, look, people would love to find out more about this, because some people have, as Geoff always picks up on, they already have what it takes. They just don't know how to channel it. So all they have to do is just channel that energy, and they might be able to do maybe what Geoff does, or maybe you could teach them, or maybe the science that they're looking for, and they can't find them. They're misreading the thing. Like, it's like me when I like years ago I went on the Jerry Ryan show because Uri Geller says, I'm sending something with my mind, and he said, I'm sending it now, and it had to be something out his back garden, and I had no idea what it was. And in my head I just cleared, he told everyone to clear their mind, and I cleared my mind. And I basically just shut all the doors in my head and just stopped thinking about everything. And I could see a pyramid in my head. And I ended up in Uri Geller's house. I won a family trip to go and visit Uri Geller over in his house in Reading, because I got was right. And then when I went over, he says, "This is what you're seeing in your head," and it turned out to be a big red healing pyramid he got made. It's like a big red weather glaze pyramid that he had made, and he had it in the garden, you know. So that's how I got that. And then a few weeks ago, after, like, I hadn't seen anything like that in years. I'm not claiming to be anything, by the way, not at all. My son rang me and said my wife had cut her foot, but on my head I could see exactly where she'd cut her foot in my head without him saying where. He just said her foot, obviously, but I could actually see the actual cut, where it was. But when I see things, you ever get that when you blink your eyes and you see kind of purple and stuff like that? Well, it comes to me like that, and if I see mad shit like that. And I came home and that's exactly where the cut was on her foot. So I'm not sure how all that works, you know what I mean? I'm not quite sure. I don't know. But like, if you think, I don't think I'm psychic or anything like that, but I'm just saying, it may be just intuition or so. I don't know. I'm not idea. But other people have way bigger ability than I'd ever have. You know what I mean? Like, I don't believe I have anything like that. You know, you get a gut feeling. Some people get that. Let me see. A reading for Tanya would be great. Appreciate it. Cheers, Anthony, Geoff. I'll try and get to some of them there. There's just loads of them. So I'm just waiting. We'll get Geoff to come back to me now very, very shortly as well. And you can also find us. Yes, I do. You can find me basically if you can't get me here on or some people find it easier to send the show over to their TV. You can send it over to your TV. You can send it over, or you can go onto YouTube, where on YouTube I do be live as well, and obviously here on Facebook. But if you're watching YouTube, I'm on Facebook. So just letting you know the two of them. All right, but we're going to go back to Geoff. We're going to join Geoff, and we're going to go back to him there. Hey, Geoff, welcome back.
How are you?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we've been talking gobbledygook. I was just telling people about me Uri Geller. Now the person that I had on,
that was very good. You got that one.
The person that I had on hold on the phone has just hung up, so he got fed up. So I was only trying my best to keep them there, like give them a chance to get through. So like all we could
try one or two more because my energy is it's much lower than.
Okay, yeah, no, we'll do one or two more and then we'll go. But I'll pick one out of text before we go to the phones, and let me see. Now, if you could just hold on there for a second, then I'll get to you now in a second.
Okay, thanks.
All right, okay. Now, let me see. I'm going to go to... okay. I can't get a specific reading. There's somebody asking here for a reading for somebody else. It could be his daughter or something like that, or his wife, all right? So
okay, well, let me see. Is there a T associated with either of those names?
Yeah, there is actually now that I'm looking at. Yeah, no, I'll give you the guy's name, all right?
Yeah.
His name is Joe McCabe. Now, when you say T, in the message there is a T.
Oh, is there? Okay, there is. Now, there's a lot of stress around that this girl with the T associated with her. As long as it's outside stress as well. Now, there's Joe is the person that was asking. Is it for this, this girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're saying Joseph as well.
The girl's
message for both of them.
I'm going to give you the girl's actual name that you say T. Her name. He's just telling me here. Can you get me a reading for Tanya?
Ah, brilliant. Well, that makes sense.
So there we go. Yeah.
A lot of times, Spirit will actually spell a name out, or they'll start with just a letter so that they'll resonate.
Yeah, well, you got that before I gave his name. You got that.
Spirits will kind of do things fairly quick, like when they need to do it.
You said T before I gave his name. That's
right. Well, Tanya, let me see. There's huge change that's needed in Tanya's life, but there's huge change that's coming as well. Now, it's been coming a while as well, about the last 2 years, because I can see a lot of kind of heartbreak and stress around that girl over the last 2 years in particular. This spirit keeps beeping a horn as well. I'm not sure it'll make sense to him as well. And he's saying Joseph must be keeping her very close to him as well. So they want to kind of thank Joseph, because it's like he's helping her through some stuff as well. But Tanya, you have to try and just relax, kind of take a step back. They're saying they're very proud. Now, there's the same thing as well. There's a lot of pregnancies for some reason today. There's issues coming around the pregnancy as well that are going to be fine. So there's a pregnancy coming up that's going to be it's just it's a real blessing, and it's kind of cement a lot of stuff that's kind of that needs to be brought back together as well. So Tanya, stop worrying about everything. You're kind of getting anxious as well about loads of different things. So just try and relax, calm down a little bit. Spirits are aware of what's going on as well, but there is definitely a really good positive kind of change coming in and around as well. A lot of people, there's huge stresses that people are under, and the same thing as well. It's hard for them sometimes when you're under kind of a black cloud to see out of it. And Mary's keeping an eye on her. Mary in spirit is definitely keeping an eye on her as well. So they just want her to know that.
Right, okay. So there we go.
Mary was the one that kept drawing the tea.
Right, okay. So there we go. Now that's just from the cuff. That's mad how you said tea, because he was asking for Tanya, but I didn't say that to you, and you had a.
I thought the tea was the name of a spirit. So normally the spirit will draw out a name, but they were being very particular with it.
Yeah, but I didn't even say his name, and you start giving me a letter as if for a letter with somebody with a T. You know. Well, actually,
I don't know why you were surprised. Now we're doing this weeks.
I know, yeah, but I have to people,
I know. I'm only joking with you.
Yeah,
the beard does suit you, though. I'll tell you should keep that beard.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, me Geoff Keating look alike. Yeah,
you look very dapper. Yeah,
hang on.
Twins.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, look, we could be family, and so we're getting a DNA test done.
Yeah. But yeah. So I remember that time. I never forget that time when I said I'll probably fall down these stairs, and you says, you've another little bit of time left in you.
Yeah, I was making sure you were all right. So you're working for me at that time.
Yeah.
I couldn't have you go dying in the middle of a tour.
Right, well, we just a little few to go through before we're coming to the end of our show. We'll probably end up have to do another one another time. Do you know that, Geoff?
Yeah, but come here, if you're free, I'm over the next couple of weeks now. I've loads of stuff on as yourself and myself are going to be working on. But I'm free if you want me to do it 1 week. We do 2 nights. There's no hassle at all.
Yeah, but we're gonna let people know about the. I was telling them about the course that people can do, because loads of people are interested about developing what they have, or maybe just opening their chakras and finding. There's loads of stuff that you in the course.
There is, like, even the courses, like we break it down into sections, like mediumship, explaining the best way to connect. Then we go on to the meditation. But I always find, like, people, even if people, you don't have to be psychic to go on one of these courses for a start. That's a big misconception. Everybody can be opened up. Absolutely everybody can be opened up and to connect. So it's up to them whether they want to put the time in to do it as well. But not only that, learning about meditation and learning about these different aspects, it can only improve your life. It can only improve your mindset. It'll improve everything. Like the yoga. I don't do that much of it, but I'm going to start getting back to it, because I was saying, I was having huge problems with my knees for years, and it was through Dana. She introduced me to yoga, and I started doing it for about a year. Now I'd stopped, but I started doing it for a year, and I was jogging, I was running around the place, and I couldn't do that before. I stopped all painkillers, diaphragm, everything. That's what gave me the problems with my stomach. And the yoga, within the space of a couple of weeks of doing that, I just got a lot more relaxed, and my body actually started responding and healing better.
So myself and yourself, we were talking about putting together as something that can help everyone, a package where people can come to the course like a whole day. Now, we were talking about doing it on Zoom, but the other thing is, as it opens up the lift, the lockdown loosens up, we can actually bring people into a room but it's a whole day course.
A whole day where we can do it face to face as well, because I always love the hands-on thing. The energy is it's brilliant. Like, the energy would be the same, but it's always nicer to be actually looking at the person face to face. And I'm a kind of a real personal person that way, so I love kind of a very tactile.
And people would love that as well. People would love that.
Yeah, and it'll be really, really good. You know what I mean? And it can all it's going to do is benefit your life.
Right, okay. Now I'm going to go back over to the phone for a second and see who we have. I've no idea who we have. Who we got on the phone?
Hi, is that Angela here?
Hey, Angela, how are you?
Grand, I was wondering, has he got any messages for me?
Right, okay, Angela, I'm going to hand you over to the man himself.
Hey, Angela, how are you?
Yeah, good.
Brilliant. Now, Angela, there's one spirit there in particular for you, actually, they're coming through now. Now, the same with Angela, you've got a bit of confusion around you at the minute, so is there a decision you have to make or anything like that at the minute?
Yeah, there could be.
Yeah, no, they're saying there definitely is, and this is a female spirit as well now, and she keeps brushing hair as well. So it's someone. Did you used to brush this woman's hair a lot?
No.
You can't think of, because she's coming up like she's very, very motherly as well.
No.
And you can't think of her now.
No.
But she... Now, let's see. I'm going to try and get a name there. Just give me 1 second. No, there's something very distant. Sorry, Angela. Is this a kind of really big decision you have to make?
Could be, yeah. Yeah, could be.
Yeah, no, because they're saying that they're all pointing towards this decision, but you can't remember anybody or this person brushing your hair a lot.
No.
No, you can't. Well, that mightn't be for herself then.
Right, this might be for somebody else.
Nothing else I'm getting with. They're not saying anything else other than apart from brushing the hair, so it might be.
Right. Okay. So you're not.
Yeah, there's definitely there's nothing that's coming through with me now. That's even. It doesn't even feel like it's for her. So
it's okay. So you just can't get that reading there on that one.
Yeah. Now that, come here, Angela. That can be down. It's my energy is very, very low today as well. So don't take anything from it that I couldn't. Or that I'm getting a bit kind of confused with the messages. That's all kind of down to me this evening.
I know I've had 1 or 2 mediums that couldn't read me as well.
No, come here. That's. We wouldn't be worried about that. Everybody can be read as well. They can. There's no person that cannot be read. It's impossible. It's impossible because that person doesn't have you could be as negative, or you could be a happy person, or you could be the biggest skeptic as well.
Right, and you can get it.
Not spirit. That doesn't have any influence over the spirit. Spirit, no matter what you think, it doesn't influence whether a spirit can connect with you or not. It's definitely down to me this evening. So I don't want you going away thinking that nobody wants it. There is definitely spirit there, but it's just I'm finding it a little bit hard this evening to kind of get into where I need to be getting.
All right, maybe hopefully we get him next time. We try him again.
Yeah, well, definitely, Angela, definitely come here, try again. Definitely do try again, or send us a message there through Facebook, and I'll definitely look into that for you, because I don't want you going away. And I
will do, because I'm actually friends with you on Facebook.
Well, brilliant. Look, come here, Angela, send me a quick message there this evening. Now, it might take me about a week to get back to you because of a huge amount, but I definitely will. It's something I'd like to actually do. Do you know what I mean? Just to kind of give you that, because there is messages there, but it's definitely down to me tonight. It's not down to yourself or spirit or anything like that. I am just getting very kind of
tired.
I'm drinking so much water, and I'm just getting it's just a day I've had, to be honest.
Okay, thanks very much.
Okay, thanks. Now I'm looking forward to that message. So, Angela, definitely do send me that message even tonight or tomorrow if you can, will you?
Will do. Thanks a million.
Bye-bye.
No problem, Angela. I'm sorry I couldn't help today.
Okay. There we go. No, well, it's just sometimes...
it's not. That's down to me. It's purely down to me this evening. There's that's a whole thing that a medium can't read you. Now I can understand why sometimes some mediums they can either see... A lot of mediums will see death ahead of someone, or they will see something extremely negative, and they don't want to pass the message on, but they should still kind of explain to the person that you can't just leave someone from a reading going, you can't be read.
Okay.
You have to try and explain to them that it's down to other issues as well. And generally, when someone says they can't read you, it's actually down to the medium. It's not to the person at all.
Right, Geoff, I'm just going to go with, I'm going to go 1 from the board and probably 1 from the phone. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Right, because I know you're getting very low on energy.
Now, I know. Come here. And my apologies. It's just I was fine other than
you don't need to apologise to me.
This morning.
All right, I'm going to go to 1 from the board here. I'm just going to try. I'm going to go with a name. Alice Dodrell. Alice Dodrell.
Alice.
Yeah.
Oh, right, straight away I'm getting. Yeah, right. Okay, Alice, come here. Alice, they're showing me a lot of smoke for some reason. So I'm not sure if there was a big fire or there was something like that was there's a spirit in the spirit world, but it's in relation to there was a lot of smoke around them at the time of a passing as well.
Right.
And they're showing me a car as well. So it's kind of, there's something in relation to a car there was flames in and around the car. I'm not sure if the person passed in it, but there was a lot of smoke in relation to this person that has passed on as well. They keep showing me as well a lot of religious symbols as well. So I'm not sure if Alice is but this person had a lot of religious symbols in and around the house as well. Now they're saying Alice. They're saying, good girl, keep your head up. There's this person as well is actually. she's saying Elizabeth. So this spirit I'm actually talking to isn't Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth isn't. Yeah, she's in the spirit. She's in spirit world as well. The smoke, I'm not. She's definitely showing me smoke. Alice will probably that'll resonate with her as well. I'm not going too far into it, but she keeps showing me like a very. It's like an instant. It's nearly like a crash and the aftermath of something very just
sudden.
She's very sudden, yeah, but a kind of a whole just bangs and very kind of a violent passing as well. Now that's not with this Elizabeth; it's with another spirit that's there, a kind of younger spirit as well. Now Alice, there's definitely 4 things that you're going to be looking out for over within the next 4 months. You're going to have one thing that's going to happen each month that will kind of it'll be like a knock-on effect to the next one, and it's going to be really, really good for you as well. And I can see a move. There's a move coming around, an actual move, a geographical move as well. So she's definitely going to be moving from wherever she is as well. That's kind of a big move that's coming within the next 12 months as well. So she's not going to be in the place that she's in now, physically or mentally. So she's going to be a lot better kind of mentally. She's going to be a little bit happier, but she's also going to be living in a different geographical location as well. And that's all I'm kind of getting at the minute.
Okay, that's for Alice. Okay. Yeah. Now, I'm going to go, we do one more on the phone for now. Hello, who have we got on the phone?
How you doing? It's Mandy.
Hey, Mandy, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Are you enjoying the show?
I am, it's brilliant, yeah, it's fantastic.
All right, Geoff, I'm going to hand you over to Mandy, and hopefully you...
Hey, Mandy, how are you?
Hi, Geoff, how are you?
Hey, sorry, do I know you, Mandy? There's something very familiar with your energy.
No.
Nothing at all, that's strange. There's something really, really familiar with your energy. Now, there's... Oh, you have 2 spirits as well. One is a parent, actually.
Yeah.
And there's... Come here, did anybody have a problem with their arm? They keep showing me an arm raised as well. So does that make sense to you at all?
An arm raised?
Yeah, was there anybody that had their arm in a sling just before they passed, or a problem with their arm? Because I can see it's like someone in a hospital with it's like nearly from a fall. It's not from what they passed from, but it's like they definitely did some damage to their arm before they passed. Or did no movement in their arm?
No, not that I know of, no.
Well, it might come to you definitely. Now, they're saying that you must have been Amanda, were you? You called Amanda, not Mandy?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, because they're saying Amanda. But they're very particular with the names that people use as well. It's like they want to call you the name you were either christened or...
okay.
They're saying, Amanda, we're here. So they're saying there's 2, actually.
Yeah.
So there's always 2. They're saying, we're here, we're okay. And they're saying thank you as well. Now, there's a huge amount that you've done for them as well before they passed.
Yeah.
They want you to know as well that they're saying the little one is okay. So do you know what that means?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
they want you to definitely know the little one's okay. They're all coming around you as well to bring in, they're kind of ushering in some nice change which as well. Now, it'll be kind of subtle change, but it's like you're going to be a lot happier in yourself and kind of happier with what you're doing.
Okay.
So was there any kind of issues? Were you thinking of changing something up or kind of doing something different?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, well, go ahead with it because they're giving it a blessing. It's going to be... It's nearly going to be life-changing for you, if that makes... I think you nearly know yourself, though.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Yeah, and it's going to go brilliant for you now. And they just keep blessing everything that you're doing. You have to start giving yourself more credit, though. They're saying you definitely have to start giving you more credit. And all the good things you've done in your life, stop thinking that you didn't do enough. It's like you think you didn't do enough, and they want you to know that you did more. Like they're saying you're an earth angel.
All right. Oh, my God.
They love you very much as well. And they're saying as well, something with coffee. Is somebody drinking a huge amount of coffee or caffeine?
No, I'm allergic to it.
Oh, I will be very careful then, yeah. There's something with, they're showing me caffeine, so be very careful if you're going out anywhere or that you don't drink it by accident or it's something that kind of they want you to be mindful of. So kind of just keep an eye over the next couple of weeks with the caffeine, or it's like a drink, you mightn't realise there's caffeine in it, so it mightn't be a tea or coffee. If you're drinking anything that you haven't drank before, like a soft drink, make sure there's no caffeine in it.
Right, okay.
Okay,
and it's just now it's not something that's going to leave you in hospital. It's something that's going to make you a little bit sick for a whole day. Kind of.
All right. Okay.
All right.
So just be mindful of it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's great. Yeah, I will do.
All right, you're very welcome, and I'm glad I could pass that message on to you.
That's great. Thanks so much, Geoff. Thanks a million. Thanks,
you're
Anto.
very, very welcome.
Right, thanks very much.
You.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks. Bye. Now, I don't know if we have time for any more. Probably not. We're probably all zapped out at this stage. I
am, yeah, and I don't want to, you know me, Anto, I hate doing anything by halves because I feel like I'm kind of robbing people if I'm not 100%.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just the day that was in it. Now, it's kind of my own fault. I've been, due to the shows, Spirit have been telling me to eat a lot more because I need, I have a really bad appetite, but over the last 3 weeks, I've been eating like a horse. And then I think I made a mistake yesterday where I ate white bread, and it's something that I shouldn't eat, and I ate 4 slices of it, and it just, never again. I'll be in bits, and I'm kind of annoyed with myself because I should have realised, but I was just eating and eating and eating, so it's kind of my own fault, but I'll make sure I'm 100% for next week, though.
Right, yeah. So we will try and get maybe an off show maybe together or something, or maybe do another one.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, we're doing it. I'm, you know me, and I'm free, and I love that. Actually, I look as draining, not as draining, but as much as
today you're drained.
I actually love doing it. I really enjoy doing it. Like, this is actually some of the most enjoyable stuff I've got to do as a medium. I'm really, really enjoying it. I really am.
Like, and people are enjoying you coming on. And I know your
hours are flying in. Like, they really are. Like, it's like that.
I know your Facebook then ignites when you go home.
I know, yeah. And if everybody just the Facebook, I have the limit of friends I can have on it. Instead of turning to a like page, what I've done now, I've set up an Instagram page, so everything's going to be going backwards and forwards from the same two. So if you want to go onto Instagram, it's medium _ and then GEOFFK. So medium _ Geoff K. And just go onto that there, and I'm getting the message through. I'm getting a load of messages through that as well. So if you all want to go onto that there, we can. I'll be able to connect with a lot more people.
Yeah. Well, you could do actually a likes page as well, but they could message you.
I'm trying to do that, but I've had so many. I'd have them all over, and I'm very scatty that way. I'm kind of a bit OCD. I like having things in front of me.
Yeah. But they can still people.
But we're going to obviously organise something else where a lot more people can get through. But for the moment, the medium page is gone crazy as well. So the Instagram page it kind of allows more messages, and I can get to see them as well.
And they can still message you on your page with other friends.
Oh yeah, you can still on Facebook. Even if you're not a friend on Facebook, you can still send me a message. It's open to the public there, so you can still send me a message through that. So I just know a lot of people have kind of Instagram now on their phone quicker, and they're doing that quicker as well. So either medium Geoff Keating on the Facebook page, or then just medium _ Geoff K, and you'll get through to me that way as well.
I'm just the guy Joe McCabe, he just said, I'm just going to read out what he has here. He has it. The guy that you just read out the top of your head with the T that you were saying.
Oh yeah.
He just says, just to let Geoff know, I stood in Glasnevin Cemetery at my father's grave today. When I walked away with my mother and my brother to leave, I stumbled upon my grandmother's grave, in the grave which I never knew was there. Was my grandfather Thomas McCabe, and my grandmother Mary, who Geoff just mentioned, is watching over my daughter Tanya, and I'm totally freaked out right now. Tanya is elated. Tanya is elated, to say the least. So
well, look, Tanya, the spirits specifically wanted you to give that message because you are going through a little bit, but they're very, very proud of you, and you have to keep your head up, and you really have an amazing future ahead of you, and you have a lovely father there as well. You really have, and they just wanted you. They really wanted to get that message in, because before I even knew, they were drawing a big, huge T in me, right in me forward, like they were actually drawing it on me.
Before I even said the guy's name. I
actually feel the T. Now, it's very rare that they actually drew a T across me forward. Now I thought it was getting the sign of the cross. Something bad was going to happen, but we're grand.
But that's amazing. Like, that's mad stuff. That's really is. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, look, see, that spirits will do things like that, and spirits will always try their best to make a connection. And I'd love people to be more mindful and always remember that you don't specifically have to go to a medium to connect with your loved ones. They're always there. They really are always there, and they're always only too willing to give you signs as well. Do you know what I mean? So try and interact with them more, because it's a wonderful thing to do. Like, it really is a wonderful thing to do. And it gives you that peace of mind that, well, look, we all pass on. Like, death We're born and we're all going to die. They're inevitable. But to know that there's something there on the other side not only gives you comfort, but it should really kind of frighten some people into actually treating other people nicer. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to get on a Catholic on this, but we all will be judged on everything we've done. So, and it's all right making mistakes. Look, everybody makes mistakes, but to kind of keep making the same mistakes or to be going out of your way to be nasty to someone, it's something that they're not. It will come back. You have to answer for it. So that's why I always say it's talk to them more, and because the more you do, you'll find people that do that and that do kind of converse with spirits more. They're more mindful of how they treat everybody else.
Right. Yeah,
and that's what it is. Look, come here.
Have empathy.
I've
have
made
some
huge
empathy.
mistakes in my life, but I try not to make the same one twice.
Right. Okay.
And that's all you can do.
I have the one person trying to get through on that phone for ages and ages. I don't know if I'm supposed to answer that, and I'm not sure.
I can't. I am to tell you what to do.
No, we leave it.
If you want to answer and take the name, I'll definitely talk.
No, we leave it. We leave it. No, we leave it. They're really determined. Yeah. But unfortunately, that's all the time we had. Geoff, thanks very much for coming on.
And look, anytime, I'm sure we'll organise.
Get yourself a rest, and I'll talk to you.
There seems to be the demand there for it.
Yeah, so I'll talk to you over the next day or two. Myself and yourself will talk in the flesh. And
I just want to say a little hello to a young man I've met over the last couple of weeks, and I've got to. He's a lovely young lad, Ruben. He's my little superhero. He's a little warrior, he is, and I want to say hello to Natalie over in Ballyfermot as well. She's watching there, so I just want to say hello, give the two of them a shout out.
There we go. So, Geoff, thanks very much. I know you've been suffering a little bit today, but thanks for bearing through it.
I'll be all right. I'll sleep it off tomorrow. We'll probably see everybody there. Thanks so much for tuning in, and to people that couldn't get the message, look, next week we'll hit it harder.
We'll be back on next Tuesday.
We'll probably go a little bit longer.
Yeah, we're back on next Tuesday.
Yeah, and look, I'll be here anyway, hopefully, and I'll look after myself. I'll make sure I'm eating properly and all, and so I won't be letting people down.
Just one question.
This week is kind of on me.
Just one question. Will I be here?
Yeah, well, you better be. I'm sitting here talking to myself. And again, thanks so much for having me on. I'm enjoying it, and I'm so happy you asked me to do it because it's actually keeping me sane.
Yeah, it's great fun though. But listen, I'll talk to you soon.
But it's great the whole show. It's absolutely amazing. Like, if you look at your comments during the show, not just this one, every other show, you're actually giving people something to look forward to every night, which is that's a blessing in itself. So you're doing so much, and I just want to thank you, and everybody should be thanking you as well because
thanks so much.
The whole concept yourself, and you're keeping a whole lot of people entertained during a tough time.
No, thanks very much, Geoff, and you too.
No bother. Yeah, and come here. Yeah, I tell you now, we'll have to get an old DNA. Don't want to do it with your hair. Chuck them off there and just send it off to a lab.
I'll talk to you soon, Geoff. Good night. God bless.
Right,
people.
Good night, everybody.
Love you loads. Good night. Good night. God bless. Thank you.